Can we have some more energy in good morning? Good morning. Okay. This is better. Okay. Thank you, Rukmini Devi Institute, for getting me here. Thank you, Tai, and thank you, Colonel Mahendra Singh. Okay, what I was, I'm supposed to talk about is importance of work culture. Okay, we just had Colonel talking about, how the scenario is bad. Tension वाली बात नहीं, हमेशा से bad ही रहता scenario. But there are enough jobs. What I look at is that, how I look at it is that in India the problem is not unemployment, the problem is unemployability. Okay, every organization that I talk to right now, everybody has the same problem कि अच्छे लोग नहीं मिल रहे हैं. Okay, so it's not that there are not enough jobs. You can all get jobs. It's about one, figuring out what is the right role and what is the right job for you, and second, getting prepared for it. Being employable. Now coming to work culture. How do you define work culture? How I look at it is that, how does an organization work? How does it treat its employees? Communication, priorities, ethics, principles. That's what defines an organization. It's very similar to how you define a human being. Everybody has a different way of working. Everybody perceives the world in a particular way, but everybody survives. So you could have 10 organizations in the same domain also, so there's an Airtel, Reliance, Vodafone, Idea, all of them working in the telecom domain, okay, but entirely different cultures, okay, their beliefs could be different, their ethical values could be different, their salary structures will be different, all of that will be different, okay. So that's net how we define culture. As a word, I don't think work culture as a word existed too much 20-25 years ago, till IT companies came into play, and we started talking about a lot about motivating employees, talking about there should be fun at work and things like that. Because earlier, how people understood work culture was कि office जाओ, काम करके शाम को वापस घर आ जाओ, and you'll get a salary at the end of the month. But nobody was really talking about investing in employees, building up, putting a table tennis table in the office, or going out for a company offsite and things like that. Those terminologies, especially in India, started coming in only in the last 20-25 years. Couple of reasons for that. One, suddenly there were new technology industries that were coming in. The Western influence increased because most of these technology industries were getting their work ethics, everything from outside India. And second, I guess suddenly there was a dearth of manpower. They needed many more people, okay, and they wanted their people to stay. Now, this is one very important thing that I want to talk about. Organization, you are born in a family, you don't choose your family, right? But organization is your second family. That's where you actually spend more living hours than you spend at home with your parents or your wife, whosoever. But the good thing about organization, which is your second family, is that you can choose what family you want to be part of. Okay, when you were born, you didn't have that choice, right? But here at least you have that choice that you can make. One size doesn't fit all, right? It's not कि IT companies हैं या एक Google है तो Google में मतलब Google is not heaven for everybody. Okay, it's not that you would have read about it, you would have seen it in articles, probably seen some videos, pictures that are also shared over Facebook. Google का ऑफिस ऐसे है, Infosys का कैंपस ऐसे है, TCS का ऑफिस ऐसे है. It doesn't mean that those are the best organizations for everybody to work in. Okay, it's not that everybody in those offices is happy. IT companies have seen high suicide rates in the past 3-4 years. If you've been reading newspaper, you'll know that. Okay, If work culture in terms of, just putting up a few tables in the office where you can play a game, or going out for an offsite in Rishikesh, is what it was all about, this wouldn't be happening. Investment banking, another very, very, glamorized profession. People end up working 16 to 18 hours a day. I know my classmates who used to tell me, who were in investment banking, that they've had times when they were in the office for 4 days at a stretch. ऑफिस के अंदर ही सो गए, ऑफिस में उठे, काम किया, फिर सो गए, फिर उठे, फिर काम किया. For 4 days they didn't get time even to go back home. And this is not just true about India, this is true about the American markets, European markets, wherever you go. Hospitality, another glamorized profession that we talk about sometimes. People are always looking really nice. Okay, they're gelled hair and clean shaven guys and really well made up women all the time. You see them and it's like, and you end up meeting a lot of people, whatever. What you don't see is the pain behind it. One, the salaries are lower in hospitality. Okay. Second, if you go to a hotel, if if you have friends who are in the hospitality business, in a 5-star hotel, you are expected to stand for those 8.5, 9 hours of your shift. You can't sit. Okay. So there are realities that we would not know a lot of times. One very important point, best place to work in the world doesn't have zero attrition. It's not that everybody at Google is happy. It's not that, it's heaven for everybody. In fact, I was reading articles which talked about how in Google they've created an environment where you just need to go home to sleep. And even for sleeping, there are pods available. Okay. So what happens ultimately is, this is something that I was reading yesterday, that Google employees who are supposed to build really innovative products, okay, they're supposed to come out with the, with the latest stuff in terms of, they've been working on Google Plus for a while. How many of you are on Google Plus? Yeah, so, but nobody uses it as often as Facebook. How many people are on Facebook? Yeah, okay. किसी ने अभी स्टेटस अपडेट नहीं किया है? Must be happening, checking in at Rukmini Devi Institute of Advanced Studies, not happening. Starbucks में करते हैं. But, the point is, they've been building a lot of products and they've been failing at a lot of products purely because, one of the theories is that Google employees are spending all their 24 hours in the office. Okay, not because it's a great place to be in. In the process, they get cut off from rest of the world. And when you are cut off from rest of the world, how do you create products for rest of the world? And that's where a lot of products from Google have also failed. It's not that everything is going great at Google. I was reading a book about, Twitter, how it was manufactured, how it was created, invented 2006, 2007. And people joined Twitter from Google stating that Google was a very number-driven organization. That's not something that we want to do. Okay, you might look at it, so far what you've heard about Google is an awesome place. 20% of the time you're supposed to do whatever you want to do. But there is another perspective. There are, people who would not even fit into that environment. Okay. So work culture, it's not that one single work culture works for everybody. Everybody has different requirements. Everybody looks at things in a different way. As I was saying earlier, work culture as a term did not exist. It does not mean that people didn't love their work till then. It's not that when you're working in a manufacturing facility, or when you are working in a in a petrochemical plant, okay, or you are working on a road infrastructure project, it's not that those jobs are always boring. It's not that everybody who's working there feels कि यार ये तो तिहाड़ जेल में डाल दिया है. It's not like that. A lot of people love those jobs. Put them in a cubicle in an Infosys, they would hate it. Okay, so you need to figure out what is the work culture you are looking at. Is it an air conditioned cubicle that works for you, or is it probably an infrastructure project where, you know, after 3 years you can proudly say that I've been part of this new bridge that has been created. Okay, or you want to be in a sales team where you are working 24 hours a day, probably on the roads all the time, and end of the year you are recognized by the organization, whatever. So your requirements from a job could be entirely different. They should not be driven by, you know, that list of 20 great places to work for in India. Don't look at Google and say, यार ये Google में तो बहुत सही है, यहीं चलते हैं. It might not be a great organization for you. It might not be your place to be in. You know, you might be fond of traveling. So why not get into a sales job? Okay, or into an organization that takes you into more places. Common mistakes. Now, here I want you guys to probably, you know, and interrupt me in case you want to ask me any questions. This is something that I want you guys to pay more attention to. I think I'll hold this. This is the most common mistake not just a student but somebody with 20 years of work experience makes. Choices are made on the basis of peer pressure. What are the other guys doing? You don't look at how much you know you are getting in your job, but what you look at is बाकियों का पैकेज कितना है, कितने लोग मेरे से ज्यादा कमा रहे हैं, कितने लोगों के पास बेटर फोन है, कितने लोगों के पास, you know, they have a better TV, whatever. Okay, and this just doesn't happen at a student level, but even in 20 years of experience, 15 years of experience, even today when I'm sitting with a lot of my friends, you know, this is a very common discussion that happens that यार वो बंदा तो बहुत सही कर रहा है, you know, he's worth 50 crores today, he started his business, whatever. Okay, but do you see yourself fitting into his shoes? It's not just about the money. Is it a place where you would like to be in? Okay, money is not always the, you know, the right answer. Traveling might not be the right answer कि यार उसके बड़े मजे हैं, साल में मतलब half the time he's in Europe and US. Believe me, I know a lot of people who curse their jobs who are spending half their time outside of family. Okay, and they're traveling Europe and US. If there are journeys, then there's a huge problem क्योंकि वो प्याज भी नहीं खाते. But you know, you got to figure out what you want, not on the basis of what others are getting right now. ये नहीं है कि दूसरे को कितना पैकेज मिला है. हमारे सीनियर्स जब पास आउट हुए थे तो इतना एवरेज पैकेज था. Don't make your decisions purely on the basis of salary packages. Second, you will make that mistake probably 6 months, 1 year down the line. You don't give enough time to an organization. People get, you know, very restless within first 3 months, 4 months. They listen to whatever is happening around them, all the gossip and stuff, and they make their mind कि यार ये बकवास organization है. And they start applying outside even without understanding how does that organization match up to organizations outside. Okay, if you've not worked in another organization, you don't know how good or bad your organization is. Getting the priorities wrong, it's very similar to the first point, but you need to figure out what you want. You want a challenging job or you want stability. Okay, there are a lot of jobs in the market that will pay well, but you don't have a great job guarantee. You know, you don't know whether you'll have the same job in the next 1 year, 2 years. But if you want stability, probably like a government job, or even in the corporate sector, there are jobs where you will not, you know, be fired. Okay, you'll get a great stability. They'll put you from one project to another. Even if they keep you free for 6 months, they'll not let you go. Like, you know, as we were talking earlier about organizations, TCS is an organization which is known for not firing people. They pick up a lot of projects which are maintenance projects, which might not be the most challenging projects in the world, but they keep you in job It's an amazing organization if you're looking at a lot of support from the organization. If you are somebody who's looking at a lot of work-life balance, it's an amazing organization. But 10 years down the line, if you're working with TCS vis-a-vis probably an Infosys or a Microsoft, in terms of salary, somebody might be at double your salary. So it's your priority, whether you want family time, you want stability in your job, or a challenging job which might or might not keep you there. Other issues: money, learning, sense of contributing to the society. Yes, there are organizations where you will get that, probably a microfinance organization, or even joining an NGO. A lot of young people that I know today are joining NGOs. Now the next question is, this is the tough part which sometimes comes to you. Do I have a choice? टोटल 8 कंपनियां आती हैं कैंपस में, जिनमें 50 जॉब्स हैं और हम 70 लोग हैं, तो मेरे पास चॉइस कहाँ है? I have to join whatever I get. That's a very common theory that we all have कि यार ठीक है, ये लेक्चर ठीक है, कल्चर के बारे में बात हो गई, सारा कुछ हो गया, बट डू आई रियली हैव अ चॉइस? घर वालों से प्रेशर पड़ रहा है कि जॉब करनी है, राइट? तो चुपचाप जो सबसे पहले मिल रहा है वो उठा लो. कम से कम एक जॉब तो मिल रही है, उसके बाद सेटिस्फैक्शन वगैरह बाद में सोच लेंगे. So here I want to say, are you making an effort? It's not just about, the jobs are not limited to the number of job openings that are coming in your campus through campus interviews and all. Are you making enough effort? Let's say you figured out 3 companies that you're really willing to join. These are the 3 companies where you think the culture is great, these are the places that I should work with. Have you gone out, tried to contact their HR heads, probably through a LinkedIn or something? Okay. Have you made that effort? आप उतना एफर्ट मार रहे हो जितना आपने एंट्रेंस एग्जाम के लिए मारा था. दिस इज योर करियर चॉइस. सो यू कांट जस्ट सिट हियर एंड से कि इस बार कैंपस में जॉब्स ही नहीं आई. यू कांट डू दैट. हाउ मेनी कंपनीज नेम्स डू यू नो? यू नीड टू फिगर दैट आउट. मतलब is it limited to what you are getting in campus? What have you read about these companies? Again, the point about researching, finding out what these companies are all about. So what to do? Probably research about the companies, find out. There are enough articles which talk about companies. There's enough information available on internet today. There's a website called glassdoor.com. Okay. Where people share their experiences with companies कि मैंने इस कंपनी में काम किया था, यहाँ पे ये प्रॉब्लम होती है, ये चीज अच्छी है. People rate organizations. Look at that. Internet is such a strong tool today. You just need to go to Google, do a few searches, and even if you search on Google about what are the problems with Google as an organization, you'll get results. Okay, so do that. Find out what are the organizations doing today, what do their employees have to say about those organizations. Contact, prepare and apply. Contact the HR people in that organization, figure out what are the different ways of getting in touch with people there. Find out a lot about the company. Believe me, a lot of companies would appreciate if you've done a detailed research about them before you go there and sit for an interview. When you go and tell them that I really want to work for this company, okay, somebody in the HR team, somebody in the probably in the campus placement team, even if the company has not come to you, go and contact them. A lot of companies will appreciate it and at least give you a chance for the interview. Prepare for the interview. This again doesn't happen beyond 5 questions. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Okay, why do you want to get into our organization? Those 4-5 questions. Beyond that, we don't really prepare. Find out what they're asking. कहाँ पे गई है वो कंपनी कैंपस इंटरव्यूज के लिए? वहां पे किसी बंदे से बात करो. All of this is very easy today, very easy, because I've been in recruitment business for a long time. I've been running recruitment business for 7 years. I know getting in touch with people is not tough at all today. इंटरनेट पे सब कुछ अवेलेबल है. Sending a friend request and then sending them a mail, can I have a chat? It's that simple. And then apply. Okay, second part, in case there's a company on your campus that you're interested in, or you're going out and talking to an organization and you don't have enough answers about what the company is about, you can actually ask them questions. Okay, when you're sitting for an interview, it's not a one-way process alone where you go back and ask them, where they are asking you questions. You can obviously ask them questions because you're sitting with employees only there. Ask them about corporate culture, ask what it means to be a team player and what it takes to get promoted in that organization. Find out if the company offers performance of responsibility awards. You can ask questions to the panel. You can ask them, sir, how long have you been around with the company? Nobody will drop you in an interview because you are eager to know more about the company. Nobody. Yes, you will make mistakes. You might not get the right organization in the first go, second go, third go, but you can always keep on trying till you are dead. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for being patient listeners. Any questions?
My question is, how do you help Fordyce as a consultant? How do you help these students?
Yeah, I did that by through this presentation.
This presentation, we are happy, we are educated.
Yeah.
But beyond that, please ask.
So I think that's where, that was the whole point here. There's nobody who can help an organization or a student. They've got to help themselves finally. I can, if somebody comes to me, yes, I'll tell them these are the companies that are hiring, these are the HR heads. But after that, it is their responsibility. Somebody has to clear an interview, they have to do it on their own.
That's true, but these people who are this interface, you are interface from outside, so that kind of link up, are you establishing that, or are you just come to deliver a talk?
Today, yes, for the talk, but we can definitely talk after this. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. My name is Gitesh Arora.
Yeah.
And I have a question. I agree what you have said, that work culture is important or not. But at the end, I think, and many of the people think that at the end, salary package matters. So, what you want to say about that? That salary package matters or a work culture matters at the end, where people stand?
I think I'll tell you what. One, from whatever my experiences, I've been around in the industry for 15 years. Finally, salary packages won't matter too much. Okay. In the beginning, you might find it attractive, but in the first 3 years at least of your career, money should not be a criteria at all. The only thing you should look at is working as hard as possible and learning as much as possible. किसी भी फील्ड में अगर आप if you have enough expertise, आपको हमेशा अच्छी सैलरी मिल जाएगी. आप नंबर 1 अगर किसी भी फील्ड में हो ना, you could be a chef, and still if you are a great chef, you'll get a great salary. Don't worry about money and don't run after money. You'll get good money. आज नहीं मिलेगा, 3 साल नहीं मिलेगा, 6 साल नहीं मिलेगा, 7-8 साल, 10 साल. When you are at a level when you really need money to settle down, if you are great in any particular line, you'll have great money.
Any more questions? Good morning, sir. This is Aditya. Sir, I'm basically from the hotel background. I've been to the hospitality industry before. I worked in the Hilton. I would like to know the perspective. If I'm doing the MBA and I would be taking most probably marketing. What is the scope after doing MBA in the hospitality?
Hospitality as an industry is growing fairly fast right now in India. We have a number of clients in this domain. We work with Accor Group, the people who own Sofitel, Novotel, etc. There is a huge dearth of people in the marketing teams right now. So I see a big scope. You know, I think there is a huge potential in the hospitality industry because like most of the clients that I know in the hospitality industry, they are growing at 100% rate every year. You know, the larger, and the industry is getting more and more organized now. If you'll see, today it's not that, 7-8 years ago, if you would go to a smaller town, you won't get a branded hotel ever. And branded hotels were limited to 5-star hotels. But today you can get a branded 2-star hotel like a Ginger, right, which is a Tata's brand. You have, Ibis, which is a 3-star brand and stuff like that. And these numbers are increasing by the day. So there's a huge potential in the hospitality industry in marketing. According to me, yes.
So, as compare in the recession time, when the recession has held in the world, the first saying for the business expertise was that the hotel industry or the hospitality industry is that has no effect of the recession on the industry. That's basically true, because the person who were thrown out of the job, the high profile people, they usually go on vacations during that time. So that was the saying when I was doing my graduation.
Okay.
So
नहीं, पहली बार तो बेवकूफ बना रहे थे.
No, hotel industry is basically booming industry.
No,
hot time.
I'll tell you why in India, especially hospitality industry is booming. Because in India, so far it has not been an organized sector. Okay. To give you some perspective, entire India organized hospitality industry has lesser number of rooms than New York alone. New York, the number of hotel rooms that you have in New York is more than the number of rooms in hotels in India, across India, in the organized industry. And now as people are getting more and more, brand conscious, that demand is